What's good, everybody? Peace, peace. Ace from Ace Corner Talk. Hope all is well. Glad to see everybody in good health. Hopefully, we gain something out of this build today. Definitely excited to know that in this day and time, we have the right to choose to believe what we want, perceive what we want, and at the end of the day, whatever your eyes perceive to be the truth is how you see it. Nobody can make your mind up for you. Can't anyone persuade you unless you allow them to persuade you about what to think. But with that being said, we got a interesting thing we're gonna talk about. Pardon me if anybody's live that I rock or build with. Not intentional. Just going off the fly. I feel right now is the need for me to go ahead and jump in and get a great build on. So with that being said, I'm gonna go in and give a little content. Just want to say peace to my wife, Queen C. Peace to Logic. What's good? Being yourself. What's good? Everybody. Peace to all of you guys. And me and Logic might come back later on with another build. So peace to all of y'all guys. All right. But before I go in, let me play this trap real quick. Man, dating, hallelujah all day. Sometimes you gotta get like that. Sometimes you gotta have that frame of mind to say hallelujah all day. No matter what you're going through, you gotta have that frame of mind to say hallelujah all day. Sometimes you gotta fix your mind to think about other things rather than what is going on in the moment, what is going on in that very second. Sometimes you gotta step back and say hallelujah all day. I thank God. Whatever you use or whatever it is that you use to get yourself out of the frame of mind of negativity or what you might be feeling. Sometimes you just gotta think on something and you gotta say hallelujah all day. But I'm gonna go into what we're gonna talk about. Okay, we do know racism is real. We know this. What's up, Flat Earth Power? What's good? We know racism is real. We know this. There ain't no second guessing whether white and black are against each other or whether Vietnamese and Chinese are against each other or whether black. I mean, we know these things exist. We know this. But with them being in existence, what we're trying to ask ourselves is, okay, when we see it and when we try to analyze it, why do we try to turn a blind eye to it? We know it exists, but why do we tell ourselves that these things do not exist or these things do not affect us or they do not hurt us when we see certain things go on? Now, this ain't something to promote hate. This ain't something to promote animosity against any other religion, group, color, ethnic, or whatever. None of that. But I do want to point out some things that I know is not being brought out, and it's not. It's one-sided. Let me say it like that. It's one-sided. So if we see things that are one-sided, what's up, T-Duck? I ain't seen you in a long time. What's good? So when you know things are one-sided, why not bring some attention to it so we can get it resolved? So I'm gonna play this clip for you so you can get a better understanding of what I'm talking about.
Released video showing a neo-Nazi at the Charlottesville, Virginia hate rally firing a weapon at a group of counter-protesters. Now, they didn't want to release this footage until the authorities had seen it and identified the individual and had him in custody. But now that we can see it, it'll give you a sense of, you know, some of the violence that could be seen on the neo-Nazi side. Take a look.
Take a look at this video, all right? All right, now, if you just seen on that clip, if you just was watching, the man pulled out a gun. Now, this is a Nazi neo a Nazi rally, Klan rally, or however you want to describe it. All is well, no doubt, T-Duck. Good to see you. Handling business, no doubt. That's what real men do. So, okay. So, if you see it in the video where the guy takes the gun, pulls it out, and shoots. Right? Now he's shooting at another black man. Now, I don't know if you can see my cursor right here. If you see my cursor, okay. Alright, you can't see my cursor. Okay, anyway. Right here, if you look where the guy that has the red on, look behind that guy, you'll see the black man that he was shooting at. Right? So I wanna go ahead and play it again and let you see it again. Here we go.
Virginia hate rally firing a weapon at a group of counter-protesters. Now, they didn't want to release this footage until the authorities had seen it and identified the individual and had him in custody. But now that we can see it, it'll give you a sense of, you know, some of the violence that could be seen.
So why are you smiling for? Now look at the news broadcaster. I don't see nothing funny in this. Okay? Now she's bringing the story out, and the first thing that alarmed me about her is, why are you smiling? Like, another person shooting at another person attempting to kill them is not funny, but for some reason she finds this funny. Okay, for some reason or another, she finds it funny to laugh at this. But I bet you if that was one of her loved ones or somebody connected to her, and somebody black did that against her, she would not be smiling right now. But let's proceed.
Firing a weapon at a group of counter protesters. Now, they didn't want to release this footage until the authorities had seen it and identified the individual and had him in custody. But now that we can see it, it'll give you a sense of, you know, some of the violence that could be seen on the neo-Nazi side. Take a look.
Okay. Now, if you see right here where the guy just discharged his firearm, and right behind him, there's a gang of police officers, all in green. Right here with these vests on are all police officers. This man just discharged his firearm at another individual, and right behind him, there's police officers, right? Let's proceed. Police officers right there. Right there. If you can see that, look at the police officers standing right there. Now, with the police officers standing right there, I didn't see none of them move to go apprehend this man. Now, you mean to tell me these police officers are not trained to hear what gunshots sound like? So you telling me that if a firearm was discharged 20 feet, maybe 30 feet from you, you would not know that that's a gunshot, even with a commotion going on? See, police are supposed to be trained to hear what gunshots sound like. But maybe it's just me, though. Let's proceed.
That was a gunshot.
Oh,
What's amazing
that
about
was a gunshot.
that video, if you pay very close attention, you can see cops behind the barricade about 10 feet away, and there was no reaction from them whatsoever. In fact, let's take a look at the next video. Again, pay close attention toward the back where you can see the police officials.
Police officers, bam, right there. Okay.
That is unbelievable. He literally opened fire. There was no reaction from the cops. Now, the cops claim, or a spokesperson for the cops claim, no. I mean, everybody relax. They just didn't hear what happened.
Now, you see how lightly they're taking this thing? Well, just relax. It's just, we didn't hear the gunshot from the individual. It was just a little gun or a little gunshot. Like, they're taking it so nonchalant about the situation. And to be frankly honest with you, seeing something like that is very disturbing to me. That it's getting so bad now where nobody's even apprehended anymore. Nobody's even being apprehended for what they're doing out in the public. This is how bad it's getting. What's good, Munchie? What's good, John Doe? My main man. What's up, George Garcias? What's good? Logic. Everybody. What's good? So, he's discharging his firearm right there where police are. Right there. I mean, if I was to guess, maybe I would say 15 feet away. He's discharging his firearm at some blacks that were standing not that far from him. Now, with that being said, is America now starting to dumb down the way that they treat us in the community, the way they treat us when we stand up and protest against hatred and all of that stuff? Is America so used to seeing us bow down when it comes to these type of situations that they're willing to do any and everything to show that nothing will be done to them? Because as I see it, if that was me, if that was you or anybody else in the chat room or anywhere else that discharged a firearm in the public with all of these many people around, we would either got killed or we would be facing a lot of years in jail right now. But let's proceed with this video and let's listen to what else happened.
They didn't hear a gunshot 10 feet away. Now, police did finally arrest the individual who opened fire. It's Richard Wilson Preston in connection to the incident. Wilson was charged with discharging a firearm within 1,000 feet of a school during the so-called Unite the Right rally on August 12th. He is in custody in Maryland.
All right, listen. So on the cops' reactions, I remember tanks in the streets in Ferguson, but no, now if you're a right winger, you just shoot people. Nah, whatever. Now, but I'm actually, like, I understand people's concern about that. I don't want to say I'm less concerned about that. I find it slightly more credible that in that atmosphere they might not have heard it. Okay,
all right.
I'm giving you. I'm trying to be as fair as humanly possible.
That's not. There's no way that could be fair. To say that it looked like it was over 15 officers right there with the green on, there's no way you could say that's being fair. To say that trained officers did not hear a gunshot, it's no way on the face of this earth that they can say with any type of rationality, say, you know what, I'm just being a little bit fair with this. They might have didn't hear the gunshot. I just do not believe it. There's no way you can convince me that right there, they did not hear the gunshot, let alone see the man or hear anybody else say, hey, that was a gunshot. Because that's the first thing I heard was after all of the commotion, the guy said, hey, that was a gunshot. Okay, so now, after that, check it out.
Okay, so maybe they didn't hear that gunshot. Maybe, I mean, there's mayhem, etc. Although the cops look pretty calm. Okay, but to me, the bigger problem is discharging a firearm within 1,000 feet of a school. That's the biggest charge he got.
What about attempted murder?
He fired right at the guy. He fired. Why not attempted murder? Why are we so incredibly soft on right-wing terrorists? Oh, wait a minute, Cenk. You can't call the guy a terrorist. The guy's he says he's the Imperial Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. The guy he was shooting at was a black guy. He's like, oh, that guy's black. Here, I'll just shoot at him in the middle of the things. Oh, discharging a firearm as if he was like shooting at some cans in the woods, but it happened to be in a school district. It makes it seem like it was like an.
All right, good point. So now the guy says that he was shooting in the school district, and that's the charge that he got. Disarming his firearm in the school district. That's the charge he got now. Not the charge against shooting at another person, or not the charge of having all of the people around and shooting his firearm. All of those are individual charges. And he's supposed to be the Grand Wizard. People, you cannot tell me that the world that we live in right now is not biased when it comes to white and black, siding more or less with the whites. You cannot tell me this. And this is not something to promote hate. This is not something to be malicious with what I'm saying. I just wanted to expose this small part of what happens on a day-to-day basis in our lives. But when I bring some light to it, I just wanted to share the mindset of the people that are out there, what they're thinking. I want to say peace to Queen C. She probably asleep. She had a pretty rough day at work. So I just wanted to say to her, keep your head up. Love you. Peace to you, baby. All right. Now, so you may not understand the movement of what's taking place or how the atmosphere is shifting, but you have to take a deeper look. Now that President Trump is in power, right? The president. It seems like you have these groups that are coming out, these hatred groups coming out, and they're more bold now. It seems like there is no filtering now. Back in the day, they could not. I know I'm not going to say, I'm not going far as hanging when they was hanging people, but let's go back 10, maybe 20 years. If they would have did that 20 years ago, it probably would have been a different spin on it. You know, it probably would have been some consequences, maybe. But as we see it now, There is no steep consequences for people with that much hatred in their heart. With that much hatred against another group, there is no consequences that anybody could feel getting any type of a justification for that. And yes, it ties right along with the killings of young black males because it's the same thing. Only thing is, they just got a badge. These people could be a part of Ku Klux Klan with the badge, or they could be have some type of racial stuff going on in their family with a badge. That's how I see it. Don't hate me for it, but that's just the way I'm processing this. I see them as they having a badge and doing the same thing that Grand Wizard Ku Klux Klan member just did. That's the same thing as the way I see the police doing what they're doing. Just with a badge. Just to be justified. And it's a sad thing that people in society rather zip their mouth closed and stay shut when it comes to this type of stuff, rather than stand up to say this injustice cannot happen in our streets, in our neighborhoods, in our communities, in our life, period. This type of stuff cannot happen. It's unacceptable. 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 Blacks need to stand up. Whites need to stand up. And any other race that can see the injustice in this type of stuff needs to stand up against it. Period. I'm not a person on this live stream right now trying to play the victim role. Like, oh, poor blacks or poor us. No, that's not the angle I'm coming from. The angle I'm coming from is this. We should stand up against this and fight against this type of stuff. When this man got booked and when this man got brought down to the magistrate or the courthouse, it should have been flooded with people that was against the type of stuff he did. But how was he only able to get away with just discharging his firearm in front of a school? That's the only charge the man got. But you mean to tell me that nobody couldn't go down there where he was sent to the courthouse to protest, to bust the doors down, to at least let their voices be heard? That's why they feel they can do what they do. Because we got so relaxed with thinking that these are just isolated incidences and that this type of racism doesn't happen on abroad, that we just let this type of stuff go out our ears, out our minds. We don't want to acknowledge it because it brings too much drama. It brings too much it brings too much attention. But no, some of these things need to be talked about. Only because when we come against this stuff, and when it happens to your children or your baby, don't be the first one to be like, where are all the people that's supposed to help support me in this matter? See, that's the only time when people want to stand up in our communities is when it only happens to us as the individual. But when we see this injustice on the street, well, we don't want to say nothing about it. Or we just want to be quiet about it. But the simple fact is, the mere time that this happens in our neighborhood, in our streets, should be the time that the people rally up and be right there to combat it. Even if nothing comes out of it. At least these people know that we're going to stand up. And I'm not just talking to black people. I'm talking to all races standing up, because it's an injustice on humanity. On a human life. Not just blacks, but on a human life, period. And for that man to feel so comfortable to pull a gun out and shoot at that man, that's crazy to me. And I guess he felt more bold because he had a lot of his other brothers around him and other sisters around him. He felt bold enough to take the gun out and discharge that gun. But what boldness and what heart of a person to do that when cops are right there, and to say, you know what? I'm the Grand Wizard of this Klan rally, and I'm shooting at somebody. What galls of a person to do something like that and have no fear anything would happen? And just what he probably thought and felt is exactly what happened. Nothing. a slap on the wrist. Now you tell me the injustice of that. What's up, 102? HOK, House of Consciousness, and all you other brothers. Why won't you bring out something like this and talk about the injustice like this? Where are y'all standing up for stuff like this? And I'm only pointing out this and bringing a name into it because of the black conscious community. We're supposed to be so pro-black and all of that other stuff. But when it come to madness like this, you don't hear none of these people bringing this type of stuff out when it really matters. With all of the people that watch his videos, with all of the people that be in his chat and live stream, there should be some light shedded on this type of stuff. In the black media, all of them other channels out there that are supposed to be news journalists and all that other stuff, but I don't hear none of them bringing stuff like this to the table. Are you scared? Because as I see it, I'm not promoting any racism. I'm not promoting any blacks against whites and whites against. I'm not doing none of that. But I am pointing out the boldness of these alt-right groups and groups that subscribe to hatred. I'm pointing out the boldness now of them. Now, if you want to go back to Jim Crow days or go back another 40 years when they was lynching and hanging us, that was a different time. And there is segregation and all those things and how all of these things abrupted to now, that wasn't in play back then. It was do as you wanted to do against blacks. You feel me? It was do as you wanted to against other human beings. If they said something wrong, hang them. If they did something wrong, string them up. But as we see it now, it's a different day and age. But they're playing the game to their standards now. They don't look at it now how they used to. It was more physical than it was more mental. Now they're playing the game now where they're trying to slowly get back to the physical part of what they're doing or how they used to run things. But up until now, the only thing they did use was a lot of psychological and mental things against us. So what they did was they played blacks against blacks. Then when it was due to the workforce, they'll play us against each other in the workforce. And then having the power, they will use all of that against us. Mind games. But no longer are they doing that now. They're doing mind games, plus they're starting to bring the physical back in. And it started off with the cops. They got us comfortable with seeing cops kill our young youth, our adults. See, they got us conditioned with seeing that. Don't think there's not an agenda against that. I don't care who you are. You need to pay attention to how it's being moved. Don't think that this is not an agenda against trying to move in a certain direction. They're trying to bring the physical harm back to suppress and keep a certain group under control. I don't care if you believe that or not. I believe it and I'm claiming it. I believe that to be factual. If it wasn't for me believing in God, who controls all things, who gives me enough faith to believe that these things will come. So how will I handle it once it hits my doorstep? How will I handle it once I'm face to face with it? How would I address these things? Will I bow out? Will I be scared? Or will I confront it? Or will I stand up because of this injustice? So here we go.
A weapon at a group of counter protesters. Now, they didn't want to release this footage until the authorities had seen it and identified the individual and had him in custody. But now that we can see it, it'll give you a sense of, some of the violence that could be seen on the neo-Nazi side.
I don't see nothing funny about this situation. Cops.
That was a gunshot.
The guy said that was a gunshot. He said, "Die, nigger," and shot his firearm right there with all of them people standing around and cops standing around. Did nobody rush that man? Did nobody rush that man? Nobody. But when we look at these things today, people are so quick to say that this doesn't go on in our neighborhoods. This type of stuff is not real. This type of stuff, no, this is very real. And the agenda that the cops have against suppressing the people out here, promoting fear rather than protection, that's what's going on now. They're promoting more fear rather than protection. And it's hard for me as a young black male seeing this type of stuff take place. You know, I feel emotional at times when I see my young brothers being targeted and killed and left for dead. I get emotional to the point where I understand that could be my children, or that could be me as well. You know, it very well can be. And I remember when I was out there and I did things that I know could have promoted my death when it came to authorities. I know if what I did back then, I did it now, I probably wouldn't even be here. Guarantee you. I would spit at the cops, fight the cops, run from them, break loose from them. They chased me down. I did all of that. And as crazy as my behavior was, I didn't have the fear that I would get killed by a cop. But I wouldn't dare do it now. If I was in that predicament, I wouldn't even try it now because I know it would be immediate death for me. If I tried to do the things I did back in the early 90s. But why is it so comfortable now? Why have we got comfortable just thinking that this is just going to be a normal thing from here on out? Without any cries or without any lashing out? Why do we think that this is just going to be something we're going to sit idle and be comfortable with? Because as I see it, I can't get comfortable with seeing something like that. Because it only lets me know if he can do it in front of cops, what you think this brother or that person is doing when cops are not around. Think about that. Okay, so Darkness Waken says, and us as people, we have the right to call them out, Brother Ace, no doubt. In our community, we turn our heads, and even some of the civil rights players now are scared, and which is true. I believe that 100%. He says now, Ace, is all about economics. Ever since Trump came into office a few months ago, of the terrorist list, instead of having white supremacists stop at the top of the list, they're replacing it with Muslims and blacks. True indeed. Now, when it comes to looking at the narrative between Muslims, whites, and blacks, now my point of view on the Muslim aspect is a little bit different. You know, I hope y'all don't hate me on this, and y'all not supposed to, but I really don't understand their logic and their way of thinking. I don't understand it. Because if you go over there messing around, they killing their own, they'll shoot you in the head, nothing happened. Like their killing is totally different, and it's regulated different than here in the States, man. So when it comes to terrorism, when it, with Muslims and things like that, and those type of ISIS groups and all of that, they kill with no remorse, no repentance, no nothing, man. It's just that they go on a killing spree. That's it. It doesn't matter. They'll just kill people and keep on moving. So it's a little bit different here in the States. But they do classify us in the same title or the same group, because anytime one of us do anything, they call us terrorists. You understand? Not one time in that Las Vegas shooting did I hear them call that man a terrorist. Which clearly what I would suspect him of being a terrorist, but I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it at any of the broadcasters announcing anything, and I didn't hear it when it came to any of the people saying anything about it, calling him a terrorist. But I would classify it as a terrorist act because the man had assault rifles and guns and handguns. He had all kind of stuff. That, to me, is terrorism. It's promoting fear in the masses. And that's exactly what he did. Promote fear in the masses out there. Now, when these Ku Klux Klan rallies happen, when they start to march and do these things, they automatically have a police presence there. But the police presence being there doesn't signify that they're going to do anything while they're there. I remember a couple of weeks or maybe a month or two ago where there was another Klan rally, and I think was it a white I think a white supremacist ran into some people, just plowed right into them with the car, hitting blacks, just ran right all of them, boom, just ran them all over. See, I'm telling you, they're getting bolder with their actions. John Doe says they've been producing articles in the news about that, the white privilege of mass shooters. Right, the privilege that they got, the privilege that they have, where no consequences like it would be on us are given to them. Like I said, one thing I don't do is say blame or play the blame game or play the victim, rather. Let me rephrase that. I don't play the victim role, because as I see it, I could take that same aggression out if I choose to. I might not get the same deal he gets, but if I choose to take that aggression out, I can do that. So that eliminates me from being a victim, because I have the same opportunity to do what they do to me or to other people, to them, what they have done. I have that opportunity. So that eliminates the victim role right there. That's why I don't play the victim role. Look what white people do. Look how they handle things. Because if I'm crazy enough like them, I can do the same thing if I wanted to. I just have better enough sense not to go out there and discharge a firearm when there's hundreds of people around, because I know what's going to happen to me. I'll be facing 25 to life. And every charge probably carries a sentence of a minimum 25. If at best. And that's just being realistic. So my good sense tells me I can't do it that way. But what I said earlier, why was he so comfortable discharging that gun before people and at a black man? That lets me know that there has been other things allegedly done. Allegedly now, done. Probably when nobody was watching to a black person. That's just what I believe. Him being a grand wizard, you can't tell me that this man has not harmed another black person when no people was around. Or fatally killed somebody when nobody was around. You can't tell me that. I will sit here and argue the best down about that one. Because if he felt that comfortable discharging his firearm when people are watching and police are right there, that lets me know that he probably have done something more dangerous or hideous or sinister to what he just did. Now, that lets me to believe that there could be police officers on the payroll. Maybe the mayor is on the payroll. Who knows? I don't know. But it's not far out of reach that these people in these groups, these hate groups, do these type of things and feel justified doing it just because they hate people. The God that I serve don't promote hate. Because last time I checked, he said, love thy neighbor. Love the brother. Last time I checked. Now, I don't know about Kemet. I don't know about all of the other stuff that people have subscribed to in this day and age. I don't know. Don't claim to know. But when it all boils down to it, I'm going to go off of what I know to be true and what I feel to be true, and that's the biblical word saying we should love the neighbor. Do I hate white people? No. Can I love white people with a brotherly love? Yes. But one thing I will say, I hate their actions. That's facts. I hate the actions of white people when it comes to hatred. I don't hate white people because my son is white. And I love him. But when it comes to the actions of hatred white people, I hate the actions. I hate that hate that's in their heart that has been embedded from when they was born. I hate it to the core of my skin. But I won't justify or use that as an excuse to go run around and hate other people from different races, or hate other nationalities. I don't do that because if I say I love Jesus Christ, I can't have that hate in my heart. And if you want to debate about the Bible, that's another day. We can do that. But what I'm saying, for what I know to be true and for what I have experienced, that hate is not in my heart, and I can't have that hate when it comes to human beings. Because at the end of the day, we all bleed the same. That's facts. We all bleed the same. If a white man got shot right before me, he gonna bleed red. If a black man, a Muslim, Chinese, green, yellow, or whatever you want to call it, they're going to bleed red blood. I do know that. So I don't get into the justifying colors to be hatred or to have hatred in my heart. But what I just clearly seen was pure devil hatred straight from hell. That's pure hatred. It made me cringe when he died, nigga. That's hatred. And how can somebody possess that much hatred unless it was some diabolical hatred from a spirit, from hell, from Satan, or whatever? How? These are the things we need to look at. We need to speak about. We need to write letters, protest against, whatever. Whatever you feel could be effective. These are the things we should be doing. These are the things. I'm sorry. I don't have nothing against all these other channels and all these other brothers and sisters out here. But what I will say, I ain't going to argue about the Bible for a whole 3 or 4 hours. And I'm not going to argue about your philosophy or your ideology or what you believe in or what you don't believe in for no 3 or 4 hours. And then try to come back and speak to the people and say, I'm doing a justice and helping you and helping us. Can't do it. I have to bring out some things that I feel is dear to what I believe. And as you see the caption, quiet police. Why have the society and the police officers, why are they quiet when it comes to hate groups? And then when it comes to people who don't have hate but just do hateful things, they're ready to hang us. Why? Why? I don't understand this logic. I don't understand this point of view. I don't understand this crazy way of thinking. I don't understand how they can process it. How can they be comfortable being a police officer supposed to protect and serve and watch this type of stuff happen? But it goes on in my neighborhood, yours, and anybody else's across the U.S.
What's amazing about that video, if you pay very close attention, you can see cops behind the barricade about 10 feet away, and there was no reaction from them whatsoever. In fact, let's take a look at the next video. Again, pay close attention toward the back where you can see the police officials. That is unbelievable. He literally opened fire. There was no reaction from the cops. Now, the cops claim, or a spokesperson for the cops claim, no. I mean, everybody relax. They just didn't hear what happened. They didn't hear a gunshot 10 feet away. Now, police did finally arrest the individual who opened fire. It's Richard Wilson Preston in connection to the incident. Wilson was charged with discharging a firearm within 1,000 feet of a school during the so-called Unite the Right rally on August 12th. He is in custody in Maryland.
Right. Now, he's in custody in Towson, Maryland. Towson, Maryland.
All right, listen. So on the cops' reactions, I remember tanks in the streets in Ferguson, but no, now if you're a right winger, you just shoot people. Nah, whatever. Now, but I'm actually, like, I understand people's concern about that. I don't want to say I'm less concerned about that. I find it slightly more credible that in that atmosphere they might not have heard it.
Whatever.
Okay,
I don't believe it.
I'm giving you. I'm trying to be as fair as humanly possible.
No, you're
okay?
not.
So maybe they didn't
Not
hear that
fair at
gunshot.
all.
Maybe, I mean, there's mayhem, etc. Although
Not
the
fair.
cops look pretty calm. Okay, but to me, the bigger problem is discharging a firearm within 1,000 feet of a school. That's the biggest charge he got.
What about attempted
He
murder?
fired right at the guy. He fired. Why not attempted murder? Why are we so incredibly soft on right-wing terrorists? Oh, wait a minute, Cenk, you can't call the guy a terrorist. The guy's he says he's the Imperial Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. The guy he was shooting at was a black guy. He's like, oh, that guy's black. Here, I'll just shoot at him in the middle of the things. Oh, discharging a firearm as if he was like shooting at some cans in the woods, but it happened to be in a school district. It makes it seem like it was like an accidental crime. He shot at a dude. He could have easily killed him or anyone else in that crowd. Did you see how busy that crowd was? In the middle of that, you take a shot? How is that not attempted murder?
It's incredible. It's incredible that that's not attempted murder. People have gotten, harsher treatment simply for brandishing a weapon. And in this case, he
Facts.
shot a weapon. Luckily, he didn't kill anyone, but he attempted to.
Facts.
And he gets a much lesser charge than what he deserves. So you're right.
Facts. Facts, people. He got a much lesser charge than anybody else that would have did the same exact thing. Now, you can't tell me that the courts are not working against other nationalities. You can't tell me police officers are not in cahoots working with other nationalities. You can't tell me these things. You can't tell me. I want somebody to go in this chat room right now, Aces in a Hole. I want y'all to tell me and give me a logical reason why you wouldn't think that they're not working, or why you think they're not working together, the police, the judges. I just need some type of clarity. I'm done, man. Yeah, he said die, nigga. Nah, he ain't say nothing about no dance. He said die. He said die, nigga. Hold on, I'll let you hear it again. All right, let me see where we at. We at 3 minutes and 25 right there. Now listen to what he said.
The authorities had seen it and identified the individual and had him in custody. But now that we can see it, it'll give you a sense of, some of the violence that could be seen on the neo-Nazi side. Take a look.
Yeah, they laugh like that. That's funny. Now, he said die, nigger. He said die, nigger. Now, this is being played all over Maryland. This was on the news a couple of days ago. I seen it day before yesterday. And I said I wanted to talk about this and bring this on the channel because as I see it now, I I'm doomed if I get in a situation and driving through Towson, bunch of police pull me over. It's a losing battle for me. It's a losing battle. I probably come out with more tickets if I did something wrong, but it's a losing battle for me to fight against the police officers, even the judge or the magistrate. It would be a losing battle. But if all of our voices are heard, then it would be making more of a statement than one individual. Now, outside of this, what can we do? Do we write letters? Do we protest? How do we resolve an issue like this? I'm bringing this to the platform because I don't have the answers, but I'm looking for some answers. I want to know, how can we deal with this type of stuff, this type of injustice? How? How can we deal with it? Well, we don't really know who the brother who that person he shot at. It didn't give. I don't know. Maybe I played a video. It might say it. You're right. All the way down to the healthcare. All KKK. Let's find out if this brother was actually what his name was.
And luckily he didn't kill anyone, but he attempted to. And he gets a much lesser charge than what he deserves. So you're right. I mean, it's the double standard that we see here is pretty incredible. But I do want to give the ACLU a lot of credit because they've been, pouring through any and all surveillance, including body cameras, in order to figure out who some of the perpetrators of the violence are, and they're making sure that those individuals get arrested. Also, keep in mind that police arrested Daniel Patrick Borden, who's 18, and Alex Michael Ramos, who's 33, in connection with the beating of DeAndre Harris. He's the black 20-year-old who was protesting white supremacy at that rally. And he was beaten. He was beaten
with metal poles.
Yes, with metal poles.
Come on, man.
More details. A mob of white supremacists beat him with metal poles in a parking lot near police headquarters during the rally, leaving him bloodied with a broken wrist, deep gashes to the head, and a chipped tooth. Part of the reason why.
Now, 3 white guys at that same protest, beat a black kid with pipes, or a black protester with pipes, right in front of the police station. You be the judge. You be the judge of what I just said. That is insane to me, people. Right by a police station, getting beat with pipes. Now, that statement I made earlier just validated what that woman just said, validated my statement. Now, they're getting bolder with hurting us before the public. They don't have no fear because they know nothing is going to happen. Yes, they might have got apprehended, but I bet you they get a slap on the wrist. They won't get more time or won't get less charges or more charges than the man that shot that gun. How could they? But I bet you they won't get more charges than him because they didn't shoot a firearm. They beat him with pipes, not a firearm. So I guarantee you their charges will be very less. Be less than that man shooting that gun. He got 1 charge out of all the many charges he could have got. Wake up, people. Let's wake up. Let's wake up. It's time to wake up, man. I'm dealing with some stuff right now that if I wasn't saved and didn't trust God and thank God, I would hate all white people. But I believe in trusting God too much. And I will share my testimony when it's all over with. Believe me, I will. I will share my testimony about how victorious God is. Only when you stand for what is right in your heart and stand for justice in your heart will God back you up. White, black, green, I don't care who's supposed to be the originators of the world, whether they Jews or green, whatever. When you stand up in your faith and trust God for what you think and believe to be right and fair, I guarantee you God will back you up if you be just and honest with it. And what I'm going through right now, I asked and pray to God that He allow justice and allow the circumstances not to be against me, but to be for me. And the only reason why I say that, because the devil is defeated. So when God says, if God be for you, who could be against you? That means if you trust in God, can't nothing or nobody defeat you. Even if I was killed today, I still have the victory knowing that I trust in God enough to make it to my destiny, wherever that may be. And I'm claiming heaven. But I tell you today, when it's all over with, I will give you this testimony about how my attitude was with handling what I'm dealing with right now. How my attitude was. How I didn't cry and curse God. How I didn't complain and murmur. How I didn't lash out at people. How I didn't lash out at my wife and family members. What I'm going through, I took it in stride. I believed in God and trusted God for the right outcome. For the right outcome to be in my favor. Because I didn't do anything wrong and I trust in God enough. And I was set up by some white people. Believe that. And I know who set me up. But to be honest, I don't have any fear about the outcome going in my favor. I know it will. And when I give this testimony about how standing on your faith and trusting in God to the end will always prevail no matter what, you will get a better understanding of who I am and how I am, how I believe and trust in God. You might not trust in God or you might not believe, but it'll give you a better idea of how strong I am when I trust and believe in what I know to be true and to believe in God. And that's facts. And I will share that testimony. Next week, you will have that testimony and you will see that when you trust in God and give Him your all, give Him your faith, the outcome can change. But not only that, this right here, beating a man in the parking lot in front of the police station, y'all heard it. Hear it again. I don't think this is fake news.
Yes, with metal poles. To give you more details, a mob of white supremacists beat him with metal poles in a parking lot near police headquarters during the rally, leaving him bloodied with a broken wrist, deep gashes to the head, and a chipped tooth. Part of the reason why they were able to catch the perpetrators is because Shaun King offered a reward for any information finding the suspects. And
only because they offered a reward is how they got the suspects. Huh? That mean green. About that money. That money was the only way they was going to catch those perpetrators. Right there where police headquarters were, people. Mind you, police headquarters right there. The only way they caught the perpetrators was because of them greenbacks. That's it. Other than that, they probably would have got away with it. That man had a broken wrist, chipped tooth, gashes, and everything else. You be the judge. We got to stop acting like this stuff doesn't exist. Stop acting like we're not offered up on the dinner table. You should be aware. You should be cautious. Not fearful. Not running scared. Not scared to speak your mind. But at least have enough in you to where you see anybody disrespect you, a human being, have the same rights as they do. Here, you being disrespected, you at least stand up and combat that or say something against it. At least that much. At least. And as we move along in these near coming weeks and months, it's about to get ugly, man. It's about to get more sinister. This ain't the beginning. I'm no prophet. I don't claim to be like some dummies on YouTube. He's a prophet. He's a pastor. He's this. He's that. I don't claim to be none of those things. But I will say that it wouldn't be unstrange that the next event will surprise all of you, even myself. Don't think that this next event lined up is not going to be stratospheric, or however you say it. Big. Gigantic. It's going to be crazy. It's going to promote fear. And that's why they're doing it. They want to get control so bad. When Obama was in there, they felt their grip loosening up. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Right now, when Obama was in there, their grip was being loosened up. Even though I know he was playing by their rules, even though I know he was a puppet. But the thought of having a black man in power, the lower level KKK, the lower level Nazi, the lower level racists, they didn't understand what the higher up in power were doing. All they seen was a black man in charge and a black man over the Oval Office. They didn't understand why, and they didn't understand the move that was being made. All they knew is that the highest office in this land was being occupied 2 terms by a black man. Or 4 terms by a black man, excuse me. And they did not understand. And if you look at it deeper beyond the surface, we have to come to the conclusion, the right conclusion at that. Not just a conclusion, but the right conclusion about what we are facing and about what we are about to face. Because this is not going to get easy, people. This, right now, what we're dealing with, is not going to get easy at all. It's about to get more strenuous, more difficult. It's about to be more people targeted. It's about to be more eye-opening events that's about to happen. Yes, it's about to take place. It's going down, people. And I'm not trying to scare you. But we have to have enough in us to be more bold with standing up when it comes to this type of foolishness. It is not accepted. Yes, I know white people. Yes, I work with them on the job. Yes, I have a Caucasian son, a white son. All of these things I do know. But it's not about me festering hate, because that's not going to get me anywhere. Having hate in my heart is not going to arise or allow me to arise above where they are. It'll only make me misjudge or use bad judgment in a lot of my situations, period. It'll make me act out, say something bad on the job, get fired. It'll make me do something foolish and get locked up out in the public. That's what the hate will do. See, hate made that man discharge his firearm when all those people was around. So you got to be careful with not to hate, but to dislike the hate in people. It's a difference. When you go to hate somebody, you're taking it out on an individual that might have been trained like that from birth. But why not attack the hatred that comes from the individual? That's what we should do. And as long as I live, I will speak about this type of stuff. I will stand on my square and combat it in any way that I can. I'm training my kids, training my family. We don't have to hate you, to disagree with you. But neither will you back us in a corner, and neither will you make us shut our mouth when it comes to this type of stuff, because our families are at stake. Not just mine, but yours family too is at stake. And I hate to have to get any kind of news that any of your family or report back to me on this YouTube live stream, on another live stream, that one of your family members was killed by a cop or by a white supremacist or by somebody white, feel scared out there on the street. I would hate to have to hear that. But if you're not aware, if you don't have your eyes open, it very well can happen. Very well can. Okay, so we have all right, we have all right, so Darkness Awakens says desk assignment or pay leave. Let me see. You beat somebody with anything, it's no question, it's personal. So John Doe says if you beat anybody with anything, it's no question that it's personal. Okay, George Garcia said, same here. No, he said, all right, I'm trying to read this in sequence. So John Doe says, how's the brother? Is he shot at? How's the brother that was shot at? Was he hit? So we don't know that. Then George Garcia says, same here, fam. I had ICE talk down on my family members that were born here. I don't know what that means, but I had ICE talk down on my family members that were born here on their papers in here and still get mistreated or threatened as if we are terrorists. Okay, no doubt. George Garcia's I feel you on that. And I'm gonna say this. I have, and correct me if I'm wrong, George Garcia. I would assume that your ethnicity is maybe Spanish, or you have some type of Hispanic background. Let me say it like that, because it's today I don't want to. I don't want to make it like I'm disrespecting anybody's background, nationality, or anything. So I want to be correct with that information. But with you saying that, I want to make a point. That's why I'm trying to find out. I want to make this point, George. Okay? So yeah, you say yep. So okay, I'm right. Okay, so now with that being said, there's people on my job that are Hispanic and have that type of background. Maybe some of them are from what's the name of the place? It's on the tip of my tongue. Honduras, and there's a couple of people I know from Honduras, and a couple of people from what's the other place he said he was from? Oh, well, I just can't remember all of it. Got a brain freeze. But think about this. Now, the white people, and this is true. I would not lie to you people. I would not lie to you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The white people treat them so bad. They do the floors and things. You know what I mean? No doubt, Hispanic, my man. All right, that's what's up. Much love to you, brother. Right. So check this out. The white people on my job, they treat the Hispanic that do the floor. They treat them bad, man. You know, they talk down to them. They say, well, why did they come over here? I heard that out with my own ears. Why did they come over here and they can't speak our language and all this stuff? And here I am. I try to understand them. If I needed them to do something, I know a little bit of Spanish, but not a lot. But I know enough to communicate. So what I try to do is I try to be patient and dialogue with them until they can understand what we're trying to convey. These other people, they're so impatient with people that are from other ethnicities, and on my job, especially Hispanic. And I say that to say, when you're watching people act like this, you have to take a stance. Because then you'll give them the license to believe that it's right to treat people because you don't understand their language or because you don't understand them, period. You're giving people a license, if you don't speak up and say something, that it's okay to do that. I had to put some people in check on numerous occasions for acting like that towards my Hispanic brothers. Just because they didn't understand and they wasn't patient enough to try to at least get a decent or basic dialogue for them to get an understanding. If you had to use hand gesture to gesture what you wanted. Oh, mop the floor. Blah, 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 blah. What about, maybe El Mapo para allá over there. Something. I don't know. I'm not the best Spanish speaker. I don't know. Mira. Que prende, Paquito aprende, Paquito Español. Something. A little Español. Use your hands or something, sign language, to get or to convey something. Don't just be so aggressive, and don't be so quick to throw them off because they don't speak the same language. And that's what's being pushed by Trump. Put the wall up, do this and do that, because now they want to make a statement. We already got black people in fear and in chat. Now we're coming after you, Spanish. You Spaniards. We're coming after you. We already got Chinese people scared because they know we're one of the biggest armed forces in the world. So we got China, not that they won't fight. Don't get me wrong, them Chinese people, kamikaze Chinese and all of them, bro, they will fight. But they don't know how far we're willing to go to destroy them. But we are outnumbered when it comes to Chinese or Vietnamese. To every one of our soldiers, it's 10 of their soldiers. To every one of our soldiers. So do know, yeah, it's real. If we went to war, they probably would have to draft more people than a little bit, just to match the military status of the people they have or how many people they have. And I wish Logic was on here so that he can verify that to every one of our soldiers they got 10. Because he makes those trips and he knows about that. You feel me? What's up, Deshaun? So, as I see it, so what George Garcias, what is ICE? I don't understand what that is. So the law that tagged along with ICE, or is it ISIS or what? I mean, what is that? Pulled his gun out on my family because he didn't know if my cousin are rapists and murderers. Yeah, no doubt. They classify all foreigners as murderers and rapists. And I'm sorry that you have to even. I'm sorry, hey, bruh Garcias. I'm sorry that your family even has to go through that. I'm sorry that your family members even have to experience anything like that. But I can say I identify with that because of my own personal hatred experience that I've had, that people had against me. So I can identify with some of your family that probably have been through some of that because of my own hatred that people had. Not my hatred, but hatred people had against me. So I can identify with that. And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to be on that end, receiving that punishment. Because all you want to know is why me, or why are you acting like this towards me? Facts, Deshaun. China definitely has a bigger population in the military than the U.S. They definitely have a bigger population. Period. When it comes to our every one, citizen versus the other. And if anybody can Google that for me, I don't think I could do it at this current. I got so many pages up, but look, Google it. Somebody Google the statistics and let me know. Let me know how many soldiers it is to every one soldier from the States that it is in China or Korea or whatever. Because I know Logic probably do know that since he is in the military, or any other of you brothers that are in the military, you might have an aware, a sort of awareness of it, I see Africans go through this for centuries, even now. No doubt. We as Africans go through this for centuries. No doubt darkness awakens. That's what I was saying to Brother Garcia, is that I feel somewhat of that pain of what his family members might have been feeling. Might not be on the rapist thing or that tip, but believe me, I've been called a whole lot of names and been treated a certain way to feel that. Dang, that's a lot. So it is. So it's 2.285 million China personnel compared to 1.4 million U.S. personnel. That's why we're hesitant to bump heads with China like that. We might do some threatening, but we ain't bumping heads with China like that, because we do know that China has a bigger military. We might be equipped with more technology. Now, I'm not even saying that, because China probably has just as much as technology and nuclear technology as we do. But I do understand that they got more people. So if we do bump heads and go to war with them, we probably would have to draft a lot of people to help and assist in this war. And some of this been floating around about this nuclear stuff. Y'all pay attention. I know the news don't give a whole lot of correct information or the right information, but keep your ears in the streets and listen to what they're saying. At least get a general idea of what may or may not happen, or what could go down the pipe. It's good to know this stuff. But how, and getting back to what I was saying, how people are treated now, how we're treated. They're trying to push this narrative to get back to how it used to be. That's what Donald Trump was signifying. It was a signal to all of his KKK alt-right wing brothers that Make America Great Again was another way of saying, let's get back to the old days of how we used to deal with niggas, how we used to deal with Spanish, how we used to deal with these people who are not white. Now, I said it. That's what he really meant. That's what he really wanted to say. But of course they talking codes. They talk their language, so he couldn't say it that way. But that's what he really wanted to say. That's what he wanted to say. Let's get back to the way we used to be. When we used to could slap a nigga in his face and get away with it. Or hang a nigga. Or shoot him. And don't you see they're slowly getting that mindset back? Discharging that firearm right there where all those people was at a black man. 3 white guys beating a young black guy for protesting right where the head of the police station was. And they would have got away with it if they wasn't if the persons that did it didn't have a ransom, not a ransom, but like a stipend or offering to get them. You feel me? It's crazy. They had to put money. They had to put money out there in order to get them captured. But if it wasn't for that, they would have got away with it. We have to open our eyes to what we see now. There are people who are against this that are white. And if you are, more power to you. I appreciate you standing up and at least acknowledging the wrong that we see. At least that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you not having that diabolical hatred when it comes to brothers, sisters, that in a war, in war and battle would fight right alongside of you. I appreciate it. But to those who have that hatred, I pray God's speed on your life. But the torment and punishment and the hell that's waiting for you, more than likely you probably would deserve it. The Darkness Awakens says the good old days, brother Ace. That's what Trump is trying to get back to when it was strategized. No doubt. Segregated, excuse me. When it was segregated, no doubt. Darkness Awakens says, yes, you're right, brother Ace. Let's kill like a sport. That's crazy. Let's burn our towns. And let's burn our towns. The Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, Florida. That's just a few. My bad. ICE is ICE. Oh, immigration enforcement. Oh, no doubt. Yeah, man. I was trying to figure out what that was, man. All right, so it's immigration enforcement. Okay. So, oh, no doubt. Yeah. So when a person doesn't have, if immigration enforcement alleges you don't have papers, they run up on you with guns and they try to intimidate you or put fear into you if you're illegal. No doubt, man. He says, so Brother Garcia says, my bag, ICE, is immigration enforcement. That's what they were attempting on on his family. Because they did not know if we were illegals or illegal. And hit them with the Trump trash talk. Now y'all get the clear picture, people. They're talking that Trump trash talk. They're bringing that hatred up in their way now. Before they had to watch out how they worded some of the things. Not that they didn't do it, but it's not as bold it is now. Now they got the pass to go ahead and do it. These groups, these whites, the police, all that. Now they got a pass to go ahead and go in. And watch how it's starting to get worse. It's going to get worse, people. And we need to come together. We need to talk about these things on YouTube. We need to protest against these things. Write letters. Whatever we need to do. And if there's any suggestions, email me. If there's any suggestions that we could do anything greater than this, let's talk about that. How can we do something greater? What can we do? I'm just one person. But if we come together and have something in mind to do, then maybe we could be more effective. You know what I mean? Like, people right now are so scared to do anything because they don't know which way to move. But this is not the time to start running. As quick as Trump stood up and said what he said, should be more quicker than we should stand up and say what we need to say. Social media is the quickest way we can stand up. We should pick a certain day or a certain day on YouTube where we would post a particular post and let it be the same thing all the way across YouTube. Everybody that got a channel, put the same logo and the same image up at the same time somehow or another in protest. Or something, man. You know what I mean? Oh, man, thanks. Thanks, my man, Logic, Food Cold and Shelter. My man, appreciate the love. Hey, John Doe, I forgot, man. Let me make you a moderator, too. Hold on. Bam. You in there, John Doe. And, Deshaun. Y'all already mods on the other page, so let me go ahead and mod you up on this page, Ace Corner Talk, alright? No doubt. So both of y'all modded up. Now, my man Logic, man, thanks for that. Thanks for posting my email up there, bruh. That's what I'm saying. Me and Logic, I think we're going to start that first. We're going to kick it off first. You know, something small, something mild, where we are making our stance of a protest against this type of stuff. Maybe we can make a small logo which says we're in support against hatred. Hatred. And maybe we can make something and put it in the corner of our YouTube page when we go live. Just something small enough where people know we're against this stuff, man. You feel me? We're against this. I don't know if Logic is game for that, but I'm willing to believe when it comes to hate, Logic will stand up against that. I'm pretty sure of it. Because I don't know nobody right now that is in support of hate. Hating people. That's why when we did that live stream with the sister, I couldn't get with that because we're not haters. We don't hate people. We're not trained to hate. We're trained to understand, but yet stand up. I understand, but I got to stand up. That's how we should be trained. To understand what's taking place, but to stand up against this stuff. My man, see, that's why, hey man, I'm telling you, that's why I rocks with Logic. He don't play, man. When Logic do something, that's how he responds to me. We respond to each other. I'm on it. We get it done. We don't play games, man. Much love to my man Logic. Love you, bro. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm working on the logo right now. That's what Logic said. Bam. Now, how much more would it be effective if we get other YouTubers to do the same thing? We email them that logo and let them put that in the corner of their live stream to say we're in support as YouTube channels against hatred. Against this type of hatred. How more powerful would it be for them to stand up like this and say this is what we're going to do, and then whatever we come up with after this, we do it after, you know what I'm saying? But just to see how many people are willing to be on the same mindset and willing to be on the same page with standing up against this type of hatred. How many of y'all would do that? John Doe put Trump answers when he believes America was. Trump answers when he believes America was great, and he puts a link in the. Okay, no doubt. I don't know if I can click that link right now. I will click it. Hold on. Let me see something. But I'm gonna finish playing my video and then I'm gonna click that link. So that link shouldn't be going nowhere. But the fact that Logic gonna make that logo, we putting that in our corners of our live streams, so people know that when they come to our channel, we ain't for the hate. We ain't for the hate. Don't get it twisted. We against hatred, but we ain't for the hate. We don't hate on people and we don't hate people. We just hate the actions and we hate what you do. And we will stand up and fight against that every given time we can do it. King Sub-Zero. I don't know what King. Yeah, so I'm telling you now, when people come and they have comments that is totally against what we're going against, it's not even going to let you comment. That's the crazy part about it. So if I don't know who you are, King Sub-Zero, if you coming in with a comment that has anything hatred or anything, I don't even have to block you. It will automatically do it for me. Oh, no doubt. I'm just saying, the comments, that's what's going to happen. I got mods too to deal with some stuff if something slide that they're trying to attack on the low without that. But most likely, if you comment and something is not right, it'll allow me to either show it or hide it without even letting that comment go through. So when trolls come through, it's basically monitoring it, plus my mods monitoring it. You feel me? All right, no doubt. Thanks for the sub, bro. All right. So, you know, I'm just saying, this is the first time I've seen your logo and seen you. So, I appreciate the sub. All right. No doubt. No doubt. But I appreciate that logic, man. That right there. What's up, Kane? Love you, bro. What's good with you? What's good with you, bro? That's my main man, Kane. Listen. With that being said, having that mindset that we will get together and say, you know what? I'm gonna put that in the corner of my live stream when I go live. So when people see the video, they at least can acknowledge that that we at least can acknowledge we're ready to go. You feel me? That we're ready to go against hatred and against all that stuff. But let me play this video so we can continue on, all right? Check it.
They did find the suspects.
Look, I think a world of credit goes to Sean King for that. This is the right way to handle things. There was a crime committed. It's on tape. We showed it to you earlier. It's clear as day. 5 guys on one guy. They beat him with a metal pole. He's not armed. He's not doing anything wrong. He got 10 staples to the head, let alone all the other injuries that Anna listed for you. And Sean said, look, these guys are wanted. They're wanted criminals. So if you know who they are, help the police. So that's Sean King doing a great job, and now 2 of them have been found. I'm sure that the right wing will be like, oh, now you're outing people who are wanted by the cops. You should be helping protect people who are wanted by the police.
What
right?
about law and order?
Yes. So, and look, again, and I said it in the original video we did about it, I'm less tough on the cops for having the headquarters nearby. There was a gigantic protest. The cops are in the streets. It's not a normal situation where it's around the corner from the police headquarters and there's nothing else going on. There was some degree of mayhem going on. But all we're asking for is to do proper policing and bring people to justice afterwards. It's not too much to ask for. I mean, look, they shoot unarmed black guys all the time, and disproportionately so. It's not anecdotal. We've shown you the statistics and the evidence on it. And they get shot and killed, and they don't even have a gun. This imperial wizard of the Ku Klux Klan had a gun, used a gun in the middle of a crowded protest, shot it directly at someone. Luckily, he missed. And somehow, it's like a minor offense. Did they go after him? No. Did they shoot him? No. Did they take any action? And part of the reason, let's be honest, it's because the right wing uses weapons. So, ironically, they call black protesters.
All right, now, boom, there we go. Now, with that being said, nah, you good, you good. I don't know what question you asked. Let me see. I'm not even sure, but because it actually all right. So it dismissed your whatever it was. It stayed up there and then it disappeared. It's the way I got it set, so that way when people come in, if they're about some funny business and whatever their comments are, it will dismiss their comments before I even get a chance to look at them, or I have to agree to it, or my mods to deal with it. So I'm covered 3 ways. So when trolls come in, I'm covered 3 ways. So it's gonna be kind of hard to get in here with a lot of foolishness and a lot of slick talk. You know what I mean? And I'm only got it like that so that way we can stay on topic, because people come in and try to divert what we talk about and try to get our attention on other stuff rather than sticking to the topic. And this is very important to me and probably very important to a lot of the other brothers that are in here right now. You feel me? King Sub-Zero, I don't mind people like that. This is your first time, so really the mod game for me doesn't work like that. I at least got to see you on a consistent basis in the channel in order for me to make you a mod. You feel me? Nothing personal. That's just the way I do things. So if I see you coming around on a consistent basis, when I go live, I don't have no problem with making you in a mod to help me police and to keep things under control. You feel me? So with that being said, there's no ill intent behind that. Like I said, you know, that's how I do things. Only time you could be able to be a mod on this channel is unless I see you on a consistent basis supporting the channel. Because people want to come in and be a mod, but then don't even come and be a part of the channel or support Ace's Corner Talk or anything that I do. Any of the other channels, because we definitely got another channel. We got Logic and Ace versus the world, plus who I am in support with and supporting my brother Logic. You feel me? Food, clothing, shelter. So I appreciate that, brother. And me and him build. So any one of those channels that you subscribe to and I see you around, then I have no problem. But anyway, get back on topic. Yes. If all right, no problem. Yeah, no problem. If you want to help the channel, no problem. Be a part and help. Give some good insight and just be a part and help us build. No doubt. I appreciate you. So when we look at how crazy things become, now this reporter just said it clearly. He said the alt-right wing wants to stay disarmed or stay armed while we are disarmed. Now, how many of y'all know that to be a true statement? How many of y'all know that to be a true statement? Let me see. I think he said it right about here.
The reason, let's be honest, it's because the right wing uses weapons. So, ironically, they call black protesters thugs, but they're unarmed, so they get crushed. And the right wingers come armed to the teeth, and so the cops are like, I mean, I don't know, what am I supposed to do? When I rush in there, I could harm myself. The Bundy guys, these Nazi guys, the KKK guys, they all come in with heavy weaponry and the cops get intimidated. Wait, I thought you guys were brave. I thought the whole thing was that you were supposed to, you got a hard job. Well, that's a hard job. Go arrest that guy and then actually bring him to justice. Don't give me some nonsense about firing discharging a firearm within 1,000 feet of a school or a farm. Yeah. Attempted murder. Help.
Now, okay. Now, the other day, Charles what's up, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's good with you, family? So look, the other day, right? Check this out. The other day, they picked up a brother, right? A white guy, excuse me. They picked up a white guy, and what they did was they didn't pat him on the way going to the station. So when they booked him in the booking room, he shot the police officer and killed him. Alright? Now, I just wanted to bring this up. Now, this is just something off the fly. Now, when you look at it, we get handled much different than Caucasians or anybody else. Now, they were so comfortable with thinking that this man, where they went into his dorm room. This is the story. I wish I could find it. If anybody could find it before I do, send the link, and then I'll put it up on the video, right? I'll find that link in YouTube, and I'll put it up and play the whole video. If you can find it. But he was in his dorm room, and he had drugs in his dorm room. Somehow or another, police was dispatched. Police came there. They did not search him. So on the way going back to the police station, he was in the booking room or wherever. He pulls a gun out, shoots the police in the head, and kills him. This just happened, not even a couple of days ago. See, people, they treat and look at us different. We're thugs, we're criminals. I'm already stereotyped. When I hit the streets, I'm already stereotyped, people. No doubt. Oh, is that the link? Alright, facts. Alright, bet. Let me check my email. So, we are already stereotyped here. Y'all gotta know this. We're stereotyped, whether you want us to be, or whether you close your eyes to the fact, we're stereotyped. And it's sad. It's sad that. All right, hold on, Logic. I'm looking at it now. Bam, got it. All right. We are stereotyped to the point where Yo, Logic is showing the truth. Hold on. Yo, Logic is the truth. Yeah. Alright. Hold on. I'm about to put it up there, guys. Give me 1 second. Alright. Watch this. Now, this is what real unity is, y'all. About to put it in there for y'all. Yo, Logic is the truth. That's what I call real unity. Bam. Oh, come on, man. Bam. Hope y'all can see that. Look. That's powerful right there. Boom. My man Logic on the scene, bro. Alright, now. Alright, cool. I'm excited about that. I like that. Right now, I'll find a particular place I'll put that logo. Might smallen it up just a little bit and put it out to the side so it won't interfere with nothing else. But that's what you call unity right there. Bam. Y'all see it. Right there. That's what y'all call real unity. My man jumped on the scene, jumped on it real quick, and your unsweet place was going on. And that's how you do it right there. How y'all like that right there? Logic jumped right on the scene, and he dealt with it. Y'all can't see that logo right there? Hold on. Y'all can't see that? Hey, if y'all can see the logo, put 1 in the chat room. Y'all telling me y'all can't see it? Or y'all... Alright, bet. I was about to say, man, because I could see it on there. Alright, cool. I like that. Look how you got the brain and the fist coming through the brain. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Boy, I tell you, man. That's what I'm talking about. Unity, no hate. That's what I'm talking about. Unity, no hate. When you come across the channel, I'm gonna put that on my on my what you call it. Oh man, I love that. Hey, look, that's gonna be the thumbnail too. Unity, no hate. That's gonna be the thumbnail too. I mean, that picture is for this video. That's going to be the thumbnail. That's beautiful, bro. That's beautiful. Your unsweet place. Is it your birthday? Who had a birthday coming up? I remember the birthday banner, so I don't want to forget. I remember somebody's birthday coming up, but yeah. So, oh, that's beautiful, Logic, man. Thanks, bro. That's what I'm talking about. So on the Logic and Ace versus the World, we're gonna put that up there somewhere so y'all can see that. That's real unity. Now, if everybody could get aboard that and ask for one of those so they can put it on their screen, that's power. That's real unity, people. How can you not feel that? Okay, it's Miss Bunny. All right, wrong person. Okay. All right. But how can you not feel that? That's powerful right there. If people watching this that have your own channel say, hey, yo, hey, you guys, send me that right there. And I'm going to put that on my channel as well. So everybody that see that, they'll see that sign and say, hey, where y'all get that from? What is that? We can explain. It just was created on this live stream. We created that. Logic created it. I created it. We all created it on this live stream. How powerful can that be? How powerful? Anybody that sees this live stream that have your own channel, I want y'all to email us, me or Logic. Logic, put your email in there and re-put my email back in there so they can ask a request for this to be in the corner somewhere, small enough where, or big enough where people can see it to know that their channel stands for Unity, no hate. That'll be so powerful, man. The symbol means unity, no hate. We just came up with that. That's the beauty of it. I love this live stream and what we do. I love the us coming together, man. I'm excited about that. Because this is something we just birthed. We all just birthed it just now. But how about every live stream, every person that has a channel that might see this video, request one of those and put it in the corner. You feel me? And put it in the corner of their live stream. So when people see it, it'll be something that is up here in their mind. Unity, no hate. How about we unify? That's powerful. Oh, man, I'm excited about that, man. Logic, much respect to you, my brother. Thank you for the logo. This is how great minds build. This is how we come together to combat things that we are against in our communities. You feel me? I know Logic gonna jump right on that, put that on his Food Clothing Logic page, and we're gonna get it up on our Logic and Ace versus the World page, and anybody else that has a live stream, please, Darkness Awakens, we're gonna put the emails in there, brother. Grab that, put that in the corner of one of your live streams if you go live, or put it on your channel somewhere to let people know that you're in full support of unity, no hate. We won't stand for hatred. We won't stand for Ku Klux Klan shooting at our brothers and sisters. We won't stand for people locking our or harassing our Latino brothers and sisters. We ain't gonna stand for our African brothers and sisters getting treated like second-class citizens. Come on, man. Y'all gotta get with this, man. Maybe it's just me being excited, but I am. I feel this thing, man. If anybody that watches this live stream, y'all request to get one of those. Unity, no hate. Unity, no hate. The fist with the brain through it. Powerful, man. Powerful. Powerful, y'all. Alright? Grilled Out Man at yahoo.com. If y'all people that are watching, y'all might not be in the chat itself. Logic, Food, Clothing, Shelter. It's Grilled Out Man at yahoo.com. Listen, y'all. Grilled Out Man at yahoo.com. Y'all get this now. Come on. And it's nothing to get. It's not no charge for it. So come on. It's something we created just now. How about let's stand up in unity? I want to be in somebody's live stream and see that up. I want to go into somebody else's live stream and see that they caught on to what we were saying today. We're not promoting hate. We're not promoting segregation. We're not promoting any of the things. We're promoting unity. We're promoting strength and power, unity. So how about y'all request that? Say, you know what, hey Logic, I want one of those. I'm going to put that on my next live stream, right in the corner somewhere. I'm going to put that on my page so people can see that. When they look at my videos, they'll see that unity sign. Alright, no doubt. Hey Logic, since you're able to do that stuff, go ahead and post our other page on this live stream. On this right here in the chat, Logic. For some reason, I know how to do it. Let me see. Hold on. Alright, I can't do it right now. Hey Logic, put our other page on there so that everybody else that have not subscribed to Logic and Ace versus the World can subscribe to that. I never did it before. So put it in there for us, man, and get that going. All right, let's finish this video.
Let's build independent media together. Come join us, tytnetwork.com/join.
All right.
The ACLU has just released a video showing a neo-Nazi at the Charlottesville, Virginia hate rally firing a weapon at a group of counter protesters. Now, they didn't want to release this footage until the authorities had seen it and identified the individual and had him in custody. But now that we can see it, it'll give you a sense of, you know, some of the violence that could be seen on the neo-Nazi side. Take a look.
That was a gunshot.
What's amazing about that video, if you pay very close attention, you can see cops behind the barricade about 10 feet away, and there was no reaction from them whatsoever. In fact, let's take a look at the next video. Again, pay close attention toward the back where you can see the police officials. That is unbelievable. He literally opened fire. There was no reaction from the cops. Now, the cops claim, or a spokesperson for the cops claim, no. I mean, everybody relax. They just didn't hear what happened. They didn't hear a gunshot 10 feet away. Now, police did finally arrest the individual who opened fire. It's Richard Wilson Preston in connection to the incident. Wilson was charged with discharging a firearm within 1,000 feet of a school during the so-called Unite the Right rally on August 12th. He is in custody in Maryland.
All right.
All right, now, they put that link up here for that other video. Let me see, and I'm gonna try to take that link and go to that other video real quick. Let me see if that link is in there. Logic, the link that you sent me, what was that link to? The first link, not the link to our channel, but the link, that other link, a few comments up. What was that link to? Because I want to post, if that's the link to the video where the young man was in college on a dorm. All right, I'm gonna copy and paste that link real quick. Oh, that's to our channel, Logic. I know that. Wrong link.
Listen, so on the cops' reactions, I remember tanks in the streets in Ferguson, but no, now if you're a right winger, you just shoot people. Nah, whatever. Now, but I'm actually, like, I understand people's concern about that. I don't want to say I'm less concerned about that. I find it slightly more credible that in that atmosphere they might not have heard it. Okay, I'm giving you. I'm trying to be as fair as humanly possible.
Nope.
Okay, so maybe
No
they didn't
attempted
hear
murder.
that gunshot. That maybe, I mean, there's mayhem, etc. Although the cops look pretty calm. Okay, but to me, the bigger problem is discharging a firearm within.
Darkness Awakens. He did a couple of comments up. He put the for the second channel. He did Logic and Ace versus the World. Just stroll up a little bit and you'll see that channel. That's to our second channel. No doubt. Much respect, man. I thank y'all for shouting out Queen C. No doubt. I will relay all the love y'all show my wife, man. Much respect to y'all, man. Much respect to y'all. Give me 1 second. Shoot, man, I'm over here burning up like a Christmas tree, bro. Much respect for y'all showing my wife some love, man. I feel that. How can you respect a man if you can't respect his wife? So I respect and love all of y'all for showing my wife love. You feel me? That's what I'm talking about. Ace loves that. And I appreciate that. It comes right to the heart. And no doubt. So now, y'all seen this video where he shoots at the crowd where the black guy was in. He only gets a slap on the wrist, one fine. All I'm trying to do, people, here is bring a little light to what we face. How do we address it and how we should go against this? This should not be happening in today's society. This should not be happening right now. But it is. And we can't act like it doesn't. We can't act like these things do not exist. Because they do, and we're not turning a blind eye to it. So this is what we're going to do. Anybody that T-Dot, anybody that has a channel, when you go live, if you can do this, do it if you want. It ain't something that we're asking you to do. If you think this is the right thing to do, or if you think it would be something powerful, just do it. We're not asking you to do this. We're not summoning people to. No. If you want to do it on your own free will. Do it because you think it's a good idea or something to help with our fight and the fight that you should be in against hatred and racism. Put that in your live stream, in the corner of your live stream when you go live. Unity, no hate. That's something that we created right here on this live stream today. That sign, unity, no hate. So anybody that does it, you know they watch this live stream, this broadcast, and you know they're in full support with unity, no hate. This is something that we created. Not me, not Logic, but us as a family. Because if we was not on this live stream, each and every one of y'all being a part of it, it would have never been brought out as a brainstorm and as something that is a reality or something that could be effective. And that's powerful right there. That's powerful. Unity, no hate. That's what people should see when they see us. We're about unity, unifying. We ain't about the hate. So if you come in with the hate about being the victim and, oh, this group did this to me and these people didn't. No, we don't want to hear that. We want to hear nothing but unity. And ever since I've been aboard and me and Logic been building, it's been nothing but unity. I've been able to meet some good, down-to-earth, home cooking, and I'm just using home cooking as an analogy of being down to earth. It's another way of me saying down to earth. But yes, down to earth, I mean good people. And I met these people right along with being a part of food, clothing, shelter. You feel me? I met some good people, man. George Garcias. You feel me? Your Unsweet Place. All of y'all, man. Darkness Awakens. I mean, the list goes on. Deshaun. You know, I could keep going on and on of all of the great people that I've met since I've been connected with Logic and trying to promote a positivity in the atmosphere and trying to promote positivity on the channels that we have. And it's been a good feeling, even with the adversity that came against us. We still steamrolled against that and still making our moves. You feel me? So I appreciate all the love and I appreciate everybody that continues to support our channels. We don't ask for nothing. We ain't on here begging. We ain't asking for money. We ain't doing none of that. We just bring content and hope that y'all enjoy what we bring. Hope that y'all enjoy our minds. Enjoy the creativity that we put behind these live streams. The graphics. You know, the thought behind what we talk about. The compassion. All of this stuff. And I appreciate everybody that continues to support us, to continue to come into our live stream, being an active voice, being heard in the chat alike. No, I'm choking on some cherry heads, y'all. You funny. Unified in the chat alike. This is Aces in a Hole. This ain't the chat alike. We go to Logic versus Aces. That's the chat alike. This is Aces in a Hole, alright, y'all? Pardon me, I still got a cold, man. I'm still under the weather. But but yeah, so I appreciate it, and I know Logic do, man. Me and Logic have conversation all the time talking about the wholesome people we got a part of this channel and part of our live streams, man. It's a good feeling. It makes us feel good, and it feels like it's worth doing. What we're doing, coming on the live stream and giving content and doing this, it makes it worth it, man. When we can see the enjoyment coming out of you guys, when we can see y'all interacting well with each other. Me and Logic was just talking about it the other day, how our live streams are peaceful. We talk about things and we do get it in, but you don't see a lot of confusion and a lot of chaos that people bring. The last 5 or 6 live streams we had has been peaceful. And that's facts, man. And I know Logic, he can vouch for that. I ain't just blowing steam or just talking. Logic can even vouch, or any one of you that been in these live streams. You see how we can get through the live streams without a lot of animosity and without people fighting and talking trash and bickering with each other. We throw shade in comments and laugh about things, but we stay focused. And I appreciate that, y'all. That is love, and I appreciate that. So I really don't want to end, but I know there's a potential. There's the potential that me and Logic might go live. I'm not promising you guys nothing, but we might go live on Logic versus Ace. We have to see, but we just might go live a little later. For all of you morning owls, we might go live, but we'll see. Don't hold Ace to it, all right, y'all. Y'all, we might go live. You know, so I appreciate that, young sweet place. I appreciate that and love you much. You know what I mean? Love you much for it. Appreciate you. And like I said, I just wanted to say again while it's on my mind, George Garcias, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. When I'm from New York. Born and raised in the Bronx. I grew up with all different kind of Latin Americans, from Dominicans to Spanish to Mexican, and my babysitters were Spanish when I grew up. You feel me? I was speaking Spanish 3 and 4 years old. Might not can speak a lick now, but when I was little, was speaking Spanish because those were my babysitters. When my mom was in the military, we'd be on a military base. My next door neighbors were Spanish, and it was like a family. So we all, it was like a family. So I grew up with Latinos and Latin, Spanish brothers and sisters, man. So I do have a soft place for my Latin brothers and sisters, So much respect to you. And again, I'm sorry to hear that your peoples, was was targeted like that, like y'all just nothing. You feel me? So I just apologize. I'm not saying apologize, but I feel the pain. All right. No doubt. So Darkness Awakens in Brooklyn. No doubt. Brooklyn in the house. Is Brooklyn in the house without a doubt. No doubt, Brooklyn. So Darkness Awakens. I'm taking a trip to NY soon. I'll be up there soon. Go visit my sisters and father and everybody. So who knows? Might reach out. With that being said, I hate to cut the live stream short, but I'm gonna give way for some time that we might do something later. I'm going to get on the scene and build with Logic for a few minutes to see what's good. Hope y'all day continues to go well. Am I missing anything, y'all? If y'all got any birthdays coming up, man, y'all throw some birthdays out there. If y'all got any birthdays coming up soon, yeah, throw some birthdays up there so we can so we can shout birthdays out, and so we can get y'all rolling, man. You know, we might send you a card. Who knows? Something. We can do something for you. So shout birthdays out, all right? Yeah, no doubt. New York is in the melting pot. Very diverse. You feel me? And let me see. Hold on. I think Lyle just shot me an email. Let me see something real quick. Oh, yo, Logic is a brilliant dude, man. Oh my God, look at this, man. I'm gonna show y'all this, man. Logic is ill with this stuff. Let me show you what he just did. Let me show y'all what he just did. See, that's why we be getting hated on. If you really want to be honest, I see why we get hated on. I see why we got haters. All right, let me show y'all what Logic just did, man. This is beautiful. All right, I'm about to transition off of this. Let me show you what he just did. Check that out. All right, you're only gonna hear my voice for this few seconds. All right, hold on. You might know. Let me show my face. All right, bam. All right, check it out. Now I hope y'all can see this. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. Let me see. Let me see if y'all can see this. Alrighty, I don't know. Let me see something here. Alright, bet. Alright, cool. Alright, you can see the new layout. My man. Y'all see how he did that? Oh, man, I love it. I love it. That dude is brilliant with this stuff, man. So now I just got to figure, let me see. How, if I put that, that's my thumb. I got to figure out how to get that to get that to be my thumbnail. Logic will show me. I'll figure it out. Alright. Yeah. No doubt. I forgot about that. Yeah. Y'all hit the likes, man. Y'all hit the likes on this one right here. Y'all hit the likes. I appreciate that, man. Y'all hit the likes on that. Y'all put the birthdays in there for me, y'all. No doubt, Logic. No doubt, we got each other back. That's real unity. That's real unity, y'all, and that's why they hate us. They hate this tag team, Logic and Ace. They hate it. I'm telling you, they envy and hate this. Oh, Logic, I hate to tell you, they was trying to steal your time clock joint today. I was watching somebody's live stream for like 5 seconds and seen it. No, actually, it was an old live stream. And it was probably like a day or two ago. And they ain't got the time clock like you do and all that. Oh, man, they stole it. I know they took it from you. See, that's what I'm saying. We the trendsetters. We do things and people follow. But at least they can give you credit for it. But, of course, you know, people are not going to do that. But with that being said, we trendsetters, we do it. We do it big. I appreciate all the love. Any ideas about shows, any ideas of things you want me and Logic or me myself or Logic himself to speak about, you have the emails in the actual chat. Chat us. Let's be active. Unity, no hate. That's going to be a new logo for us right there, people. Unity, no hate. You feel me? That's what we standing up for, man. Unity, no hate. That's the powerful logo. That's something we created as a team today on this live stream. And anybody that has a channel, please, if you don't mind, in your time, if you want to, I don't want to beg nobody or ask nobody, but if you feel like it'll be worth having on your live stream, go ahead, y'all. Get this logo and put it in the corner of your live stream to show that you're in full support of Unity. Not us, not just particularly us, but I'm talking about Unity, period. Across the globe. And anytime you're in somebody's live stream and they see that, they know that you have watched this video and been a part of this live stream. So, much love to all of you guys. Much love to this family. Family disagrees, family bump heads, but at the end of the day, unity is the game. And I know that since I've been a part and have been acquainted with all of you, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure. So I appreciate you guys. Before I leave, I'm gonna hit y'all with a song, and we gonna get up out of here. All right, Ace. I just wanted to say the very topic pedophilia y'all was talking about. Let me see. Ayana Vazant got a 3-part series going on Saturdays about it. Okay, dedicated to men. No doubt, no doubt. So what channel is that on? I'll watch it. You know what I mean? No doubt. I'll look at that. Oh, so Darkness Awakens says, oh yeah, put hashtag, but not the logo. I'm trying. All right, no doubt, no doubt. I'm still trying to get the laptop working and getting. He's trying to get the laptop together. All right, no doubt, no doubt. I feel you, family. So Logic probably could do that easier than I can. I don't even know how to do that. So Logic, we got some things to work on. I know you don't mind. Oh, Oprah Winfrey, the own show. No doubt, no doubt. All right, no doubt. I'll check that out. You're in a sweet place, no doubt. I feel you. And all right, no doubt. So I guess Logic would know how to. Oh, so that right there, unity, no hate. Okay, facts. All right. Yes, indeed, no doubt. All right, so I'm gonna play my little song before I get up out of here. Hope y'all enjoy this song. It's by my man Dayton, and we about to get out of here. We about to sign off. I appreciate all the love from all of you in the chat. Much love and respect. Hope y'all continue to keep yourself elevated and positive. We out.